Oh, hello, and welcome to Maverick's 16 Stories Soft Play Adventure by Talia's Black Droops. In the heart of the small seaside town that Maverick called home, there was a new attraction that everybody was talking about. It was the Cloud Castle. It wasn't just any soft play center. It was 16 stories high, a maze of tunnels, of slides, of ball pit, and a climbing structure that led all the way to the very top, a replica of the International Space Station. You see, the Cloud Castle had quickly become the place for kids in town, and Maverick's dad had promised her a special day out to experience it. Maverick, always curious and eager for new adventures, had felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness as her and her dad approached the towering structure. From outside, it looked like a colorful fortress, with kids' laughter echoing from within. But Maverick's excitement quickly turned into apprehension when she saw the massive cargo net that spanned a wide chasm inside the play center. It was the only way to reach the top, and it loomed over her like a great swaying bridge. As she watched other kids, even younger ones, scrambling across the net with ease, Maverick felt a pang of doubt. She was no stranger to challenges. She had faced down bullies, mastered algebra, and even flown a bright pink plane called Twinkle Fart. But this was different. The net seemed endless, and as she looked up at it, her legs felt weak. Well, her dad sensed her hesitation and kneeled down beside her. "You know, Mav, it's okay to be scared," he said gently. "Everyone gets scared sometimes, but I know you, and I know how brave you are. You've done so many amazing things already." Maverick looked up at him, her big brown eyes filled with uncertainty. "But what if I can't do it?" she whispered. "You can," her dad replied, his voice steady to calm. "And you don't have to do it all at once. Take it one step at a time. I'll be right here with you." Maverick nodded, trying to summon up some courage that she had carried through so many of life's challenges. But she placed her foot on one of the first ropes of the cargo net. She froze. The net wobbled beneath her, and the waves of panic swept over her. She quickly stepped back down, her heart pounding. Well, for the rest of the day, Maverick stayed in the toddler area, playing with the 2- and 3-year-olds. She was too embarrassed to go back to the net, too afraid to try it again. She watched as other kids her age, even younger, climbed to the top and explored the space-themed play area. She felt left out, she felt frustrated, and she felt disappointed in herself. During a break, Maverick sat with her dad in the snack area. They shared a quiet moment together, sipping on juice boxes and munching on pretzels. Maverick stared at the floor, avoiding her dad's eyes. "I get it, Mav," her dad said after a while. "It's tough when something feels too hard to do, but you know sometimes the hardest things turn out to be the most rewarding. Remember, when you learned to ride your bike, you fell a bunch of times, but you didn't give up, and now you love riding more than anything." Maverick nodded slowly, remembering how scared she was when she had fallen off her bike. But she had to keep trying, and eventually the fear had given way to joy, the joy of freedom and the joy of speed. Her dad continued, "You know, it's okay to be scared, but I believe in you, Maverick, and I think you believe in yourself too. How about we come up with some words to help you cross that net? Something you can tell yourself when you're up there. Maverick thought for a moment and then quietly said, I can do hard things. That's a great one, her dad said, smiling. What else? It's okay to go slow, Maverick added, her voice a little bit stronger now. Perfect, her dad encouraged her. One more. Maverick looked at her dad, feeling the warmth and his belief in her. She took a deep breath and said, even if I'm scared, I'm still strong. Her dad's smile widened. Those powerful words that you're using there, Maverick, whenever you're ready, you give it another try. Later that afternoon, Maverick stood at the foot of the cargo net yet again, her dad beside her, and she started repeating her affirmations in her mind. I can do hard things. It's okay to go slow. Even if I'm scared, I'm still strong. With her dad's gentle encouragement, she placed a foot on the first rope and began to climb. Well, just like before, the net wobbled beneath her, but this time Maverick didn't freeze up. She focused on her breathing, and each step she took, halfway across, she started to feel a familiar surge of fear. But instead of stepping back, she whispered to herself, it's okay to go slow. She took another step, and then another, until she was 3/4 away across the cargo net. Her dad's voice reaching from below, full of pride and encouragement. You're doing great, Mav. Keep going. Finally, with one last deep breath, Maverick stepped off into the solid platform at the top. She had done it. She looked back on the net in disbelief that she had then gone down and looked at her dad, who was cheering from below. The sense of accomplishment that had washed over Maverick was unlike anything she had ever felt before. She had faced her fears, and she had conquered it. The view from the top was incredible, and the space-themed play area, that replica of the ISS, felt like a reward for her bravery. As Maverick explored the space capsule, another idea began to take shape. This could be more than just a fun play area. It could be a new safe haven for her kindness network. Up here, high above the ground, kids could come together and share their stories, support each other, and face those fears just like she had. When it was time to leave, Maverick felt a deep sense of pride and a sense of purpose. Not only had she conquered her fear of the cargo net, but she also found a new way to expand her kindness network to help others. As they walked out of the cloud castle, hand in hand, Maverick looked up at her dad and smiled. Thank you, Dad, for believing in me. Always, Mav, her dad replied. You've got a heart full of courage, and nothing can stop you. And as they headed home, Maverick knew that this was just the beginning of another exciting chapter in her life. One where she would continue to grow, help others, and face challenges with bravery and with kindness. The end. Thank all of you oh so very much for listening to our story. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications of future stories. For the parents, you see, this story unfolds with a profound exploration of fear, of courage, and of the transformative power of belief. Through the lens of a young girl's struggle to conquer her anxiety, it delves into the universal human experience of confronting one's deepest insecurities and emerging stronger because of it. As you can see, the tale begins with Maverick, a child full of curiosity and wonder, facing a challenge that seems insurmountable. The cargo net at the Soft Play Center was her initial fear, and subsequent retreat into the toddler area really reflects on her vulnerability. We all feel this vulnerability when we are confronted with something that tests our limits. This narrative captures the internal battle between self-doubt and the desire to get a positive outcome. What sets the story apart is its exploration of a quiet, persistent strength that often goes unnoticed. The strength found in the gentle encouragement of a parent, in the quiet moments of reflection, and in the whispered affirmations that bolster our resolve. Maverick's father plays a critical role, not just in pushing her to succeed, but reminding her of the power that she already possesses within herself. His belief in her abilities mirrors the unconditional support that is the essence of any individual facing their fears. As Maverick takes her first tentative steps into the cargo net, the story shifts from a tale of trepidation to one of gradual empowerment. Each step she takes is a testament to her own resilience and the slow, steady process of building confidence. The act crossing the net is more than just a physical achievement. It symbolizes Maverick's journey towards self-assurance and her realization that fear, while powerful, can too be overcome. This story's resolution, where Maverick not only conquers her fears, but also transforms her experience into an opportunity to help others, speaks to the higher moral ideals and the empathy and continual support she provides her community. Maverick's decision to use the space capsule as a safe haven for her kindness network underscores the narrative and emphasizes the importance of sharing strength and creating spaces where others can feel supported and understood. The narrative's beauty really lies in its simplicity and its ability to convey a deep, emotional truth through the experience of a child. It serves as a reminder that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. Through Maverick's journey, the story illustrates that the most significant victories are not always the loudest or most visible, but are often found in quiet determination to keep going, to believe in oneself, and to expand the beliefs of others. The tale that we heard is a poignant reflection on the nature of bravery and the importance of compassion, and above all else, enduring power of kindness. Thank you.